Hey, White Rook 85, back with the Taurus Thunderbolt that I received back from Davidson's Gallery Guns after its repair. If you watched the first, or my second range review and failure, we saw we had some issues with the feed ramp and extracting on this, and as I said before, big Davidson's fan. Have the hat. I appreciate sending me the hat from Davidson's. Brian, thank you very much. But I sent this down, got it back in, I think it was approximately 5 or 6 weeks, returned it. Didn't have to pay for shipping. I just sent it back. I have some little descriptions of what I said was wrong over here. Misfeed from the feed ramp, an extraction problem, and some more feed ramp issues. And it really comes back and says what Taurus did. I think Davidson sent this to Taurus, whether it was in the States, in Florida, at their office there, or down to Brazil, and came back with what they did to it. That they had an extractor, they replaced the extractor and replaced the feed ramp in here. So I'm hoping that that takes care of the issues. We have a card of who worked on it, who received it, who tested it, who fired it, who cleaned it before they sent it. And we also have a little note that they shot 12 of these Winchester PDX-1 defense rounds through it just to make sure it worked before they sent it back. So it was test fired from them. This will be the first time that I'm loading it back up and checking it out and see if we're going to have any issues with it. So we have our usual list of targets down there, a couple maybe different ones this time, but we'll go ahead and start off with about 10 and see if the feeding issues have actually been taken care of with this. Hopefully it was. Again, it was fun shooting it before. It wasn't fun dealing with the problems, but let's go ahead and start loading some up in here. And these are the nice Colt 45s, 45 long Colts. Big 250 grain lead ball, lead slug on there. Can't remember how many that was. A couple more. It holds 13. So let's put some in and just hope for the best. Again, as I rack that forward, hammer's back, but we're on an empty. I do use the trigger. I'm so used to using the trigger when I drop the hammer. That's kind of how I do, but it did have that little hammer drop on there, which I showed before, which is always nice. But I am so used to the lever action and the trigger. To me, it just works fine this way. So we're set. I think we'll go across, hit some plates down there, and then maybe get into some more reactive targets and some critters. Hopefully it'll just hold up for us and we'll just keep on firing. So let's see what happens. Well, loaded nicely. Well, that's telling you right there again. We had one that did not eject, and of course we have another one up ready to load. So, of course, not happy again, but you never know. Anomaly, possibly. Don't think it was the way I was racking anything, certainly. So let's just turn the camera off for a sec and we'll get this cleared and see what happens. Help if one was in there. And that was it. Let's load up some more. And certainly running just 5 or 6, 8 through is not certainly a test. So let's go ahead through and load some more up. There's 10, and again, he's empty. Just go ahead and racket to close, and well, got some couple reactive targets down there. So let's give those a go. How about this this little pink jar of marshmallows down there? One good. And I got a little Heineken keg can down there. Let's put some rounds through him. And this is what I really wanted to see from this. Didn't want to see that, but I don't know why I stopped.
What, just lock up?
Yeah, he locked up a little bit.
Yeah,
just waiting for him.
it was rolling good.
Yeah. He might just have to be broken in a little bit too. Let's see if we can get our shaving cream. He's always fun. Whew. He didn't come out. So it looked like we still might have some possible issues in there. Extractor possibly. He didn't extract the shell. So let's go ahead and get him out of here. There we go. And not sure how many I have left in here. Let's hit some targets in the back there. Use big plates. And that was it. So a couple failures to extract. Not sure whether there's still an issue. Could be the brass. I don't think so personally, but as you can see, this is a dirty gun. You can see my fingers on here. That's one of the issues. You guys are looking at these two. There's not a real good seal around the cartridge when it's in there and fire, so you do get a little bit of the blowback on the cartridge case itself. And as you can see, my hand is dirty from that. So that's another one of those issues. I don't think that's something that they can really do a lot about. Let's just put 5 of these Winchesters in and see what happens with these guys. Maybe we'll take a shot at our critter collection down here. And remember, there's right now nothing in the barrel yet until I rack it, so we'll come around. You don't see that too often. Brands are good. It's empty. So here again, Taurus Thunderbolt back from repair from I think from the Taurus plant itself. It works 99% better than it did before. Did have a couple just extract issues more than anything else. Got a couple of shells that did not want to extract. And again, they did replace the extractor before. Not sure if it's just a faulty design in there or not, but every time you want to rack your action, you do want to have a positive release of your spent shell and your new shell placed into the chamber. I was certainly a lot happier than I was before. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit more testing just to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it. And again, for those of you looking for it, I probably only have to give it maybe about a grade of a 60 if you really were thinking about it. You may want to go for some of the higher end models that are out there, companies that, if you want to get this, that's manufactured the Colt Lightning clone, of which this is, you may want to stay away from the Taurus. Personally, recommending myself that you do stay away from it. And again, I'm gonna make this what it is. I'm still gonna make it a fun gun to shoot. Certainly gonna shoot it on a regular basis, but you just may want to stay away from this one. One other piece of trivia for you guys: movie for a few dollars more. If you know that movie and the big bank heist at the Bank of El Paso. The guard, the nighttime guard that goes in, and the biggest thing you see with that guard is him eating a giant sandwich. He brings in a Colt Lightning. So you only see it for about 3 seconds, and if you're not really looking for it, you'll miss it. But right before the big bank heist, you'll see him carry in a Colt Lightning. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Just happened to see that a few days ago when I was watching the movie. 99% better than it was the first time, but I'm still telling you to stay away. And to get, if you like the model, if you like the pump action instead of the lever action, go ahead and maybe get the Birdie or a couple of the other models that are out there, other manufacturers that are out there. Unless you get a great price on this, and again, and you can test it out. That's the biggest thing. Just don't buy it sight on scene without first negotiating to fire it and make sure it fires correctly. I hope this helped. It's Whitework 85 signing out from Camp Goat Time, deep in the woods, Pennsylvania.